When it is obvious the goals cannot be reached, don't adjust the goals, adjust the action steps. What's the first thing that comes to mind when I ask you, what's your biggest fear in life? There is no right or wrong answer. All of us have different life experiences, genetics, and instincts that make us afraid of that one specific thing. Fear has been a popular discussion point among ancient philosophers and psychologists, from Marcus Aurelius' Meditations to the very renowned Dale Carnegie book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. This topic is so human that it affects people of different cultures and creeds. Every human has something inside them that makes them fearful of something. Fear becomes a significant issue when it is inhibiting you from achieving your goals. We've all suffered from it at some form. Here are the 5 useful ways that might help you to achieve your goals. 1. Chunking. Have you ever suffered from burnout? Or has a task felt so overburdening it feels like scaling Mount Everest without any equipment? I would recommend you try chunking. Chunking is when you take a large task and then break it down to several achievable milestones. Chunking is the most important strategy on this list in my own personal opinion. I've used it many of times I've lost count, particularly if you're highly creative and want to avoid burnout. With chunking, you'll find, hey, that task wasn't nearly as impossible as I originally thought. Or wow, that task really didn't take me as long as I thought it would. Chunking is absolutely a key strategy to employ to complete your tasks and achieve your goals with less stress, and I wish I learned about it sooner. 2. Confidence. Confidence is the belief you'll be able to do a task. Start having some willpower. Whenever that negative voice in your head starts to kick in, kick it out and just start doing the task. It sounds obvious, right? Think of your willpower as a fuel tank and the task as a destination. Approaching a task with confidence means you have to spend less willpower on the task at hand and have more fuel to spend on other tasks, which will lead you in a better situation to chase down your dreams. 3. Perception. Your perception is everything. It's how you perceive the world around you physically. It's how you judge things around you mentally. With mental perception, you can manage your willpower like a Jedi that masters the Force. Studies conducted by Stanford University found that if you believe you have unlimited willpower, you will in turn have more willpower than the average person. This conversely means there's a limit on how much is in your fuel tank. However, if you think you have an infinite fuel supply, how big will that fuel tank be? You create your own reality. The beliefs you hold dictate the world around you. The limitations you put on yourself now are only going to do you more harm than any good. I believe in you, and now you should believe in yourself. 4. Identity. Our identity dictates how we respond to an emotional trigger like stress. You might be a smoker, you might be athletic, you might play sport, you might be a really talented narrator. We can create identities that can hold us back or lead us to success. We constantly use our identity to quickly recognize things we are good at and things we are bad at. Stop to think and ask yourself, how has this identity I've created befitted me? And if it hasn't, maybe that identity isn't who I am at all. 5. High order / high level thinking. As humans, we have different levels of introspection, that voice in your head, and that act of instinct that relates to day-by-day thinking. One of them relates to short-term goals, i.e., what exercise should I do at the gym today? The other relates to long terms. Why do I want to work out today? In order to complete your goals, you need to be more of a high-level thinker. Start thinking about the future and where you want to be. Thinking in this way reduces the resistance to the task at hand and reduces the amount of willpower required to accomplish goals. A study by Professor Fujita in 2006 concluded that people who often engage in high-level thinking have a higher amount of willpower than those who regularly exercise in low-level thinking. This thinking can help you so much with your own personal goals. Say, if you want to lose weight, for example, you might crave that sweet treat so badly at a lower level. But if you think about where you want to be in 6 months, you will muster the courage and the willpower to forget about it, smashing your diet and feeling something way more rewarding than the dopamine hit of giving into that sweet treat. And those are the 5 useful ways. Remember them: chunking, confidence, perception, identity, and high-level thinking. I believe you can transform your life and create a better life for yourself. All it takes is a sense of belief and not to buckle when life hits you with a below-the-belt hit along the way. You have nothing to lose if you're unhappy currently, but everything to gain when it comes to changing where you are at now. Thank you for watching. Let us know down below the biggest hurdles that you've faced when trying to achieve your dreams in the comment section below.